Imagine waking up to a world that has finally stopped screaming. No sirens, no engines, no hum of electricity in the walls, just silence. You check your phone, no bars. You step onto your balcony, expecting the usual chaos of the city, but the streets are empty. Thousands of cars sit frozen in time, their doors open, their engines cold. You call out a name, any name, but the only reply is the echo of your own voice bouncing off the glass skyscrapers. Congratulations. You are the winner of a race you didn't know you were running. You are the last human being on Earth. At first, it feels like a dream. Then, it feels like a holiday. But soon, you will realize that being the last man standing isn't a victory. It's a slow, quiet sentence of isolation. The first day is an adrenaline rush. You go to the luxury dealership down the street. You break the glass. Why not? There's no one to call the police. You take the keys to a $2 million Ferrari and drive it through the empty highway at 200 miles per hour. The road is yours. Every lane, every bridge, every sunset. You go to the most expensive penthouse in the city, kick the door open, and make it your home. You spend the afternoon in the biggest mall in the country. You take the finest watches, the most expensive clothes. You eat the finest steaks from the gourmet market. For a few hours, you are the king of the world. Everything that used to cost a lifetime of labor is now free. But as the sun begins to set, a cold realization hits you. The power grid is failing. One by one, the lights of the city flicker and die. The neon signs of Times Square go dark. For the first time in centuries, the world is truly pitch black. And in that darkness, you realize you aren't just a king. You are a ghost haunting a graveyard of a civilization. 6 months later, the world looks different now. Without humans to prune the hedges and mow the lawns, green has become the dominant color. Vines are climbing the sides of the Empire State Building. Cracked pavement is being ripped apart by the roots of trees that don't care about traffic laws. You've moved out of the city. The smell of rotting food in millions of abandoned refrigerators became unbearable months ago. You now live in a self-sustaining farmhouse, but you spend your days traveling. You've become a curator of a dead museum. You visit the Louvre in Paris, walking through the halls alone. The Mona Lisa stares at you, and for the first time, you understand her smile. It's the smile of someone who knows that art outlives the artist. But nature is aggressive. You hear wolves howling in the middle of Chicago. You see lions that escaped from zoos roaming the suburbs of Los Angeles. You are no longer at the top of the food chain. You are an intruder in a world that is quickly forgetting you ever existed. Every night, you light a massive bonfire on the beach, hoping, praying that someone, anywhere, sees the smoke. But the horizon remains empty. The stars are brighter than ever before, unpolluted by city lights, looking down at you with cold, indifferent beauty. The silence is no longer peaceful. It's heavy. It's a physical weight on your chest. You've started talking to yourself. Then, you started talking to the mannequins you've dressed up and placed around your dining table. You give them names. You tell them jokes. You argue with them. Because the human brain isn't built for this. We are social animals, wired to find meaning in the eyes of another. Without a witness to your life, do you even exist? If you fall and break your leg, there is no ambulance. If you get an infection, there is no doctor. You live in a state of constant, low-level terror. A simple toothache could be a death sentence. You find yourself standing on the edge of a bridge, looking down at the water, wondering if the last man should also be the last grave. You realize that all the gold in the world, all the Ferraris, all the penthouses, aren't worth a single hello from a stranger. One day, you find a radio station that is still running on automated solar power. You sit in the chair, put on the headphones, and open the mic. You don't know if anyone is listening. You don't even know if there's a receiver left on the planet. But you speak. You tell your story. You tell the world, or what's left of it, that you were here, that you loved, that you suffered, that you existed. You finish your broadcast and walk outside. The air is the cleanest it's been in 10,000 years. The forest has swallowed the suburbs. You sit on a hill and watch the moon rise. You realize that humanity was just a blink in the eye of the earth. A loud, messy, beautiful blink. You lay down in the tall grass, closing your eyes, feeling the wind. You aren't afraid anymore. You are the final guardian of Earth's memory. And as you drift into sleep, you hear a sound, a faint, distant sound. Not a wolf, not the wind. It sounds like a radio static and a voice, a single crackling word. Hello? Hello?